Of course, we got Jimmy here, Jim Norton. We got Mike Birbiglia stopping by. And now we get to say hi to Rob Corddry from The Daily Show. Meeting Rob for the first time here today.
Hi, my name is Rob Corddry.
Yes.
Hi, Rob.
Nice to meet you.
Rob. And another one, going into motion pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. The motion picture shows.
That's now where they, is that where they now grab up people?
That's it. That's what we do. That's what we do. Yeah.
John must be like, hey, what about me?
What about the kid?
What about me? See, he did it backwards, though. He tried with the movies before The Daily Show.
Yeah. The Faculty.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there was the Faculty.
The one about the one about dating. He was in that.
It was called Dating.
Hey, Rob, before we start, can you tell John we said hi? Because he used to do our show before he
remember
became
those
really
days?
famous.
Really?
Wow.
He used to love us.
That was a lot.
He used to come in.
You got to be nice to the people you meet on the way up.
Yep.
That's right.
Because you're going to meet the same people.
Yeah, he used to do our show, John.
Then I don't know.
Before he became a big star.
I'll tell him.
All right.
Rob was also in my failed pilot for CBS.
Oh, really?
I was.
He made a cameo. Yeah.
I played
He
Rob.
wouldn't take an actual role.
A cameo and a pilot.
Even though
Yeah.
he wouldn't actually take the role that we wanted him to do.
I said as long as you call it a cameo. Because that's cool.
Yeah, because only people that have kind of a, some clout can do a cameo.
I do motion pictures.
Yes.
We asked him, and he goes, "Do you have something in a small?"
Anyone else, it's called an extra.
Yeah.
But if you have any kind of clout in the biz, it's a cameo.
Yeah.
Did you watch the debate last night, Rob?
I did, yeah.
What did you think?
I did. Oh man, I'm so glad it's over. For one, I'm glad all that crap is over.
It got close to a fist fight last night, though.
It got ugly. It got really ugly.
It was getting there.
McCain was pulling out all the stops. You could tell it was like his last chance to turn those last 4 or 5 people who are pretending that they're undecided. Last chance.
Where does the CNN and Fox find all these undecided voters?
Exactly.
They've been campaigning for, I believe, 12 years now.
Yeah.
And they find these roomfuls of people that are, we've got a roomful that is still undecided, and they're sitting there with Pete Rose haircuts and playing banjos.
Do I want to eat the pennies or the rock?
throwing feces at each other. Who's left that really doesn't have an opinion? You're at least leaning one way or the other. It's like, I have none opinion.
It's the people who have never been the hot girl in their lives, and they're the hot girl in this election.
Yeah. I like the wishy-washy people.
Yeah.
They love Obama, then next day they're all about McCain.
Yeah.
How does that change in one day?
One thing happens.
Possibly do that.
I don't know, maybe you watch Black Hawk Down, and you're like, you know what? McCain's not such a bad choice.
Watch Roots and go, okay, go for the other guy.
Or half roots.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. A lot of people don't. They just say the first black president. Let's say first, black, with a white mom president.
We're getting there.
Not in this country, not yet. I don't think. It's like, what? His great-great-great-great-grandmother. It's like that speech that was given in True Romance. If you're Sicilian, you're still not getting elected. Where am I going with this, Jim?
I don't know, but it's fun to watch.
Now you're in
W.
As Jimmy put it.
Period.
That's great. You get to work with Oliver Stone, man.
How about that, man? Fantastic. It's crazy.
Literally, right?
Yeah, pretty crazy.
What was your thought when you saw him for the first time on set?
Well, I saw him first during my audition, and he was a little weird. He said, he goes, okay, so the role is Ari Fleischer. He was the press secretary, and I said, oh no, I know him. And he goes, you know him? You went to high school with him? Like he somehow made the leap. Wow! From I know who this man is
I've seen
to
him.
I graduated with him.
I've seen him on TV.
Wow.
Like you, like everyone else.
Yeah. So Ari Fleischer. Okay, you're playing Ari.
Yeah.
One in the long line of press secretaries that George W. has had.
Yeah.
It's odd to see a pro-Bush movie coming out at this point.
Yeah, huh? Yeah. Is the movie Oliver Stone-ish as to kind of going between fact and speculation?
It's not as stony as you'd think.
Really?
Yeah. There's not so many
is it Oliver-ish?
Cartoon moments.
Right.
There's no animated characters.
No.
It doesn't go from black and it's black and white to it's pretty even-handed. You actually sympathize with the president for a little bit. Like he was in kind of a...
He's a magician. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, you're meant to sort of sympathize with him.
Yeah. Does it cover what period does it?
Well, it goes back and forth between the 70s and 2004, I believe it ends. 2003, rather.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the 70s, I guess, a little raucous.
A little raucous.
Yeah. They show a party in George W.
Not a small amount of alcohol was consumed.
Okay.
I wonder why they got Josh Brolin instead of who's the guy that did the Comedy Central roast? Who he did Bush as Bush with Bush at the White House Correspondents'
The
Dinner.
guy that really looks like him?
I mean, he does an amazing.
Is he a comic though?
I don't know. I don't know who he is. Do you know who I mean? He does.
He's that just personal, professional impersonator.
But
Right?
he looks. He did Bush standing next to Bush, and he really sounded.
Maybe he can't act.
But I think we were trying to get actors for that one.
I think they should have gotten Rich Little. Maybe Rich Little could have.
It's not
And it would have
Johnny
sounded
Carson.
like Ronald Reagan and Johnny Carson.
And Johnny Carson. Exactly. Every
They could have done kind of a review, kind of a touring review.
Clip your lapels down. It's 2008.
Hey, does Oliver Stone tackle the cocaine thing, or does he leave that alone?
No, actually, no. Not a lot of cocaine shows up in the movie.
I bet there's a lot of cocaine in the movie.
Yeah, it's like in a Scarface, waiting for the Diaz brothers. His face just falls out of the table.
No, there's tons of machine guns. Tons.
Great, fantastic.
A lot of car crashes. In
He
this
has
movie?
a bloody nose for the first half of the movie, but cocaine is never mentioned.
Yeah, something tells me Oliver Stone wouldn't really mind throwing things in like that. He's been known to.
There is a moment where they refer to him getting a woman pregnant, a girl pregnant back in the perhaps early 80s.
Really?
Which I'd never heard that
Never
before.
heard about that one either.
So
Interesting.
Did they say Clinton
Racy.
knocked the girl up too, like years ago? Like
never heard that.
Black girl from
Clinton likes the ladies?
I kind of go out on a limb sometimes. Well, the way he usually finishes, you wouldn't think he could knock someone up. Wow, what a place to put that dress. But there was some girl in down south or whatever from Arkansas. Like knocked up a black girl. I don't know if it's true or not.
I remember hearing about that.
But I didn't know Bush had the same thing.
I think it was some vast right-wing conspiracy, though.
That was a lot like me and Anthony's political discussion. Just kind of a vagary.
But I had heard that, but I didn't spit it out like it was fact. Well, what about Clinton? I just heard that.
Just kind of throwing it out there and see if there's any truth to it, right? Right, Jimmy?
Yeah.
What'd you have to do to prepare for the likes of an Ari Fleischer? Not the most charismatic of the press secretaries.
Get glasses.
No.
Yeah.
Had glasses. A bald gentleman as well.
Good.
A bald person.
Can you stand behind a podium?
I could do that.
All right.
That was easy.
You're in.
I did what every actor does to prepare for a role like this. I rolled with the LAPD for like 6 months. 'Cause,
That's what you do.
So you do.
Got to get into it
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah.
Did you meet him? Did you meet Ari?
I didn't. I talked to him on the phone once, and he didn't want to meet with me.
Really?
You know?
What a dope.
Well, I mean, I
Had
get
he
it.
seen Semi-Pro?
I get I was the guy with the mustache and Blades of Glory, man. Come on. No,
he wouldn't answer your questions.
He would
He kept
answer-
pointing to somebody else.
He reluctantly answered some questions, but
Yes.
he didn't want to meet with me. Like he didn't want to be seen with me. You know?
What was his reason for leaving?
Well, you
as
know what?
press secretary?
He actually lasted a lot longer.
He
than
did.
than most of them do
Yeah.
now. Now that there's TV cameras on you, the turnover rate is like about 2 or 3 years for those guys.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Like
It's got to be the hardest job in the world.
You gotta BS your ass off and
Especially-
make it look like you're really telling the truth.
Well, the thing is that I think, like, I've asked some people, and they said that the key to being a good press secretary is really believing
Yeah.
what you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
which Scott McClellan didn't.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
a lot of guys don't, and Ari Fleischer absolutely does. He's, you know, one of the few people, even in the former administration, that like still supports Bush.
Maybe they just
100%.
told him nothing. They didn't told him not what was really going on, and just told him like, this is what's happening.
Part of me thought like maybe he was just like, and also he was like, don't tell me anything.
Yeah.
I don't want to have the information.
I want to be able
Let
to
me live in my fantasy world.
smile and be like that friggin' guy in Iraq at the
Yeah,
end that was like,
yeah.
no, Americans are not at the airport.
Tariq Aziz.
No, he was the other guy.
Oh, the
what did they wind up
Minister of
calling
Information.
him? Yeah.
Yeah, that
How
was
quickly
great.
we forget their cute little made-up names we had for all of them.
That guy ruled.
Baghdad Bob, I think we were calling him.
I
or
think you're
something.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a coffee mug with his face on it. I believe someday it'll be a collector's item. It'd be like having a Hitler tea set or something. I don't know. I got one of those too.
Rob, did anyone tell you that you look vaguely, if you were in character, like Joe Plumber from last night?
Oh man.
Enough about the
I
plumber.
am so sick of Joe Plumber already. Like after it was mentioned 20 times.
Yeah.
They said Joe, like all the jokes, like they were already making jokes about Joe the Plumber.
Yes.
Yeah.
That now it's no longer. I don't think.
Hey, you hear about this Joe the Plumber guy that
Hey.
they got? All right, we get it. It's
What's
late
the
night
deal
fodder.
with Joe the
Joe
Plumber?
the Plumber. Joe the Plumber is okay.
Right.
Great.
When Joe Scarborough is nailing it with jokes, you know that you're in the wrong joke territory.
Joe the Plumber. I believe he's going to do well though. Joe the Plumber. Book deal, movies.
We're gonna hear from Joe the Plumber.
He's not going to be plumbing too much more.
He's
Yeah.
gonna start blogging.
You just know
Yeah.
it.
soon.
Yeah. Who cares about Joe the Plumber?
Joe the
Yeah.
Block.
Yeah, beyond the elbow, beyond the trap. You know, some kind of plumbing terms.
He'll be on Letterman.
Beyond the faucet.
The top 10 things that clog a cesspool. Oh, the plumber sucks. Fool.
You're not a fan, huh, Jimmy?
Hope his business fails. And children are driven into prostitution.
Enough about Joe.
I really don't like him.
Rob, incidentally, I was looking up Daily Show clips once. I think you've done the most ever correspondent pieces.
No,
like
no.
600 or
Colbert.
something? Colbert did.
Colbert was on for a
Colbert,
long
yeah.
time.
Colbert was on. He's been on before John.
The show, kind of,
Yeah.
the show is amazing. First of all, I love it, and it's one of these shows that kind of morphed into almost real news.
So they
it's
tell
like,
me.
It's like, and I know that's nothing new to say, but who the hell did? Especially like John, did he ever think that people would go to him for real? Because it was completely a goof. You go on, goof on, kind of parody all of these CNN shows and everything, and then it just became like, all right, what's going on? You actually learn what's going on in the world by watching The Daily Show.
I know that makes no one there is comfortable with that. You know
I
what
bet.
I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's
Because you don't want to become a parody of the parody you were doing.
No, and once you take a joke too seriously or think you're actually making a difference or
Sure,
something,
right,
then it stops becoming funny and it
funny.
becomes important.
Preachy and
Which is-
boring. Yeah.
dumb. It's
But it's tempting. It's hard not to. Like, if people are listening, it's really hard not to, human nature, let your opinions be known. I mean, it's like everyone is guilty of that.
But he walks the line too. Like John, I think is really good at kind of keeping people in check too, like reminding people that he's just a showbiz monkey.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It's a comedy show.
Yeah.
And we're going to have some guy standing in front of a fake background of some faraway land in a second, so don't take it too seriously.
Right.
They also have a lot of good people behind the scenes there, like getting clips, like that stupid O'Reilly clip with what he said about Palin's daughter, then what he said about Jamie Lynn Spears. It was just a really smart.
That
Brilliant.
show is sometimes all about the editors. You know, those guys are great. And the producers, the field producers that go out and shoot those pieces are amazing.
And a lot of people coming out of that show. It's just amazing. Like Stephen Colbert with his Colbert Report there is just like a great. You would think, okay, what is he going to do? The Daily Show 2 or something? And then he turns around and just becomes this complete parody of like O'Reilly, and it's brilliant. His sarcasm is fantastic.
We were like behind his back. We were like, it's never gonna work. What a terrible idea. It's just going to be you, and you're going to be playing a cat. You jerk.
Can't possibly work.
You never want to see your friends succeed.
No, he'll be crawling back in no time.
What did he do before? Colbert was like a political. We did something.
Strangers
serious.
with Candy.
Strangers
He was
with Candy.
on. Which
No,
was
but didn't he have a
comedy show.
serious political job?
Dana
before,
Carvey
writer?
show. He did Dana Carvey show. He wrote for SNL, I think, for a little bit.
So he was never
Did he?
involved in politics
so,
as a
maybe.
writer for the press or anything. Oh, okay.
If you
So
can
I
get
heard that wrong.
Americans to say a silent T regularly, I
Yes.
think that's impressive.
Report. Jimmy actually once yelled
did
at
it.
me. He goes, "It's report," and I was like, "No, Jim. See, because it's Colbert, he says it rapport."
I don't remember saying
I'm just
that.
pointing out how stupid you were once.
I don't remember being guy who didn't get the joke, guy. You forgot the T, stupid. Ugh, ass I am.
No, but they're kind of pulling from that show, which is good. I mean, obviously. Obviously, what's his name has made a few bucks on a few films. Look at me. I don't even.
Oh, Lewis?
No, well, Lewis, he's doing very well.
You were
he's
also
doing
in
all
Lewis.
right.
I know in
Yeah.
the bio, Rob was in Unaccompanied Minors.
That's right.
We were.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. I was
Yeah.
watching that the other day.
Yeah, you and my dad.
I love the children. Sometimes inappropriately. No, but so now, is it a big part? You got a big part in this one?
In the W?
There's a lot of airy
No.
in this? No?
No, I'm going to be honest with you.
Really?
I'm really surprised I'm here.
Damn it.
Yeah, no, tiny. Don't
Tiny
a
little-
tiny like bring eye drops so you don't have to blink
Oh, no.
kind of thing. Yeah,
On
I'm
the-
mostly
on the XMs
background. I'm shallow background.
You know
the whole
something,
time.
though? It looks great on IMDb.
Sure,
That's right.
I'll take it.
Oliver Stone movie.
Doesn't hurt.
On the XM side, they're interviewing extras.
Yeah, we're just, I was in the
Yeah.
background. We actually did talk to the guy that said, "Don't shoot" in Goodfellas. When, remember the guy that was getting his nose beaten in?
Don't
tell me
yes.
you remember his
Oh,
name.
yeah. No, I know who you mean. When you touch her, you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the other guy. Yeah. Don't shoot. I don't know his name. I know who you mean.
It was
I
his buddy.
in the driveway.
Yeah.
That was a good day for the show. We got to talk to that guy.
And we were all psyched. Like,
Oh, yeah.
dude, you were in Goodfellas.
That's so cool.
You had a speaking part.
We can't get Leota, but we can get the guy who actually brought the little milk thing that she ditched the gun into. We really are flops.
We did a bid, Rob. We wanted to see how many famous people were listening to the show, and we also had a guy that played a corpse in Law and Order or something.
Yep.
Yeah, so we were really psyched that day that we had all the big stars listening to the show.
That's great.
Yeah, we do that every so often. We're like, hey,
It's kind of
we
depressing.
put the word out and we go,
It's really
whatever
depressing.
celebrity, wherever you are, if you're driving, whatever you've done, please call
Yeah.
us now. And we want to see who the biggest celebrity is that's listening at any given
And we're
moment.
expecting some biggie in a cab somewhere.
We had a guy that did a reenactment and then played a corpse again in
it wasn't Law and Order. It was
No,
on,
no.
with the voice guy.
Saw?
Bill Curtis or one of those guys. The other guy.
Bill Curtis.
Unsolved Mysteries.
Was it Unsolved Mysteries?
Yeah, I think so. He
Unsolved
reenacted
Mysteries. Yeah, Robert Stack.
Not him though. It's
A guy that played
Played a
did
corpse, a reenactment.
Yes, that's correct.
And boy, did he hold the title for a while until, the guy that Leota,
Yeah.
said don't shoot to.
And then we have to decide if you're more famous than the corpse. It's very awkward for everybody.
I appreciate the audacity of those people that call in. I think I'm the most famous.
Yeah.
I was.
They probably had no clue that they would make it. They're like, really? Me?
I'm the guy?
You guys have nobody important listening to you?
I was trying to be the 10th caller.
Yeah, I just was an extra.
Hey, did you did scenes obviously with Josh Brolin and you,
Yeah.
was there any other like really big stars in your scenes?
Oh my God! Yeah, I was called into set one day. It just out of the blue. I was actually on the treadmill in the gym because I work out, guys.
Hey, you gotta
My body's a temple.
keep that.
And a PA just came and grabbed me and said, "You're needed on set right now." And I got there and I walked into the room and everybody was there, like Richard Dreyfuss, Scott Glenn, Jeffrey Wright, Tandy, like the whole main cast, and they all thought I was late.
You
Like,
lost
they-
me
I-
after Richard Dreyfuss, but cool. Totally cool.
But like I was, and they all thought I was late, so I was like humiliated my first day.
they're all looking at
It's
you like-
oh the
Just
Funny guy.
slide in like Kramer.
Yeah.
Just kinda, okay, hello.
Hey,
Dreyfus.
you should have hit Dreyfus on the shoulder and said, "Good job in the Poseidon Adventure remake," and spit in his face. We
Hey,
love Dreyfus.
he came on our show to
Of course he
promote
did.
that piece of crap.
Hey,
Jesus.
my question was, did you? The reason I asked it was that did you blow any lines in front of important people, or did you have any horrible moments of just forgetting what you're supposed to do or screwing up?
No, my part is too small to even have been given the opportunity to screw up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
And cut.
You got to stop walking away from the podium. That's not the way he did it.
Mr. Faversham!
We have to take a break. Rob, you want to hang? What do you
Yeah,
want to do?
definitely.
It's up to you. Okay. The new movie, W, starts what, Friday?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the reviews are
Think so.
ridiculous on this film.
Are they really good?
You don't even have to be here. We're
doing
just
well, right?
We're just fans of you and wanted you to
Oh, cool.
Josh
stop by and say hi.
Brolin, really, they did that up. He
Yeah.
looks like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, we'll continue in just a bit. Opie and Anthony. We're running out of show on the Opie and Anthony program. Getting to know Rob Corddry from The Daily Show and the new movie, W, coming out this Friday, getting amazing reviews on RottenTomatoes.com. Rob, Brent D. from Louisiana wants us to ask you about an arrest in Louisiana.
Oh, yeah.
Were you part of that? I really don't
No.
know anything about this.
No, I wasn't. I was. I didn't go out that night, but apparently Josh Brolin and Jeffrey Wright got into an argument with a bartender. This is just what I've heard. And then the bartender called the cops, and they got into an argument with the cops. And the cops, I think, tased Josh Brolin and pepper sprayed Jeffrey Wright.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was the extent of the fight.
That's a hell of a night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know I physically restrain myself right now from just going, really?
Ah,
A
no.
literal dummy.
You are a little naive, Jimmy.
He got tased?
He got tased.
Did he tell you what that's all about?
No, I mean,
you
I just
serious?
got bits and pieces.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I thought you were kidding.
No, it's
No,
true.
there's a real story.
Naive Anthony.
It was a story right
I heard
after it happened, but it was this big. It got turned into this big fight, and they got in a fight with the cops. Where it
What was the
really
fight
wasn't.
about with the bartender?
It was in it's Shreveport, Louisiana. Like they weren't,
They fight over the weather.
They don't enjoy the Hollywood.
Elite. Elite.
The bartender was trying to prove that if you bowl, the ball just keeps going until the edge of the planet and falls off. It was a long way to go for an Earth is flat joke.
Certainly was.
Long way to go.
We think there is a country for old man.
Oh, Mikey.
I don't.
Oh.
I understand where Mike's coming from.
Oh, boy.
That bowling joke.
Oh, boy.
It was almost impossible to not do well after that bowling joke. It was long.
And he managed.
Yes.
Sorry.
What happened?
I keep forgetting to turn the audio on,
Really?
and they yell at me.
In the Pal Talk room.
They yell at me.
You shooting anything else now, film-wise?
I'm doing a movie right now with Sam Rockwell called The Winning Season.
Sam
And it's
Rockwell's
about,
very good.
He's awesome.
Yeah, what did he do? Galaxy Quest. He was very funny in that.
Oh, he's
very
awesome in
funny
that.
in that. And then the other one with the Chuck Barris movie
Oh yeah,
was
he's
really
great in
good.
that. Yeah.
He's not in enough stuff, I don't think.
We love talking about Chuck Barris. Like, he was an assassin and a
He
game
was
show
an
host.
assassin.
Yes,
Come on.
of course he was.
Who's buying this?
His game shows are just a front to send him to faraway
Yeah.
places as chaperone for his winners.
It's just weird stuff. Like, it doesn't seem believable.
I
Seems
wonder
like he had a
if
mental
believes
illness.
it. I wonder if he believes it or if he was like so calculated.
Yeah, like just
You
such a
know.
goof, or if he
Yeah,
really
if
thinks,
he
no, I
really-
was, or if he really was,
Or maybe he
that
was.
would have been the
It actually
ultimate.
would be the perfect front. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah. What's the Sam Rockwell movie?
It's about girls basketball. Who's with me? Who's in? Run, don't walk.
I like that Rob is a movie star, but doesn't actually defend any of the films he's
yeah.
in. He'll make jokes. I mean, another movie star would be like, "Well, it's a film about girls basketball, and it's
Who doesn't like that? Who doesn't like that?
Is it really?
It's really about high school girls basketball.
Is it called Koosjers?
He plays a wow. Nicely done.
Thank you, sir.
Nicely done.
Everything needs a joke on this goddamn show. For once, I'd like to be respected.
I love how you're using him for a setup, too. Is it? Because I got a funny here.
Is it?
Right.
Ham.
It's a great line, man.
I'm a douche.
I like Rod. He doesn't take himself seriously.
Yeah.
He's very sarcastic. So what do you play in this movie? The coach?
I'm a principal.
A principal.
I'm
All
a
right.
principal. He plays an alcoholic coach of a girl's. Yeah.
Is it a comedy or is it?
It is a comedy. It's a dramedy.
Yeah.
Dramedy.
Now, let me walk you through this. That's part drama.
There's no
part comedy.
There's no crying in girls' basketball. Is that kind of what it's like?
It's a little bit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you drill a hole through into the girls' locker room and put your junk through it like in Porky's?
Yeah, that's the second act.
That's
like
I
the
knew it.
Turning
Yeah,
point.
Sorry to ruin that.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody.
Who hasn't? There's something so antisocial about peeking through like a wall and spying and
You would know.
pranking. No, but I mean, there's really like an antisocial.
Is it? Because well, not the cranking part, but I've taken peeks where I've had the opportunity. I haven't been the one that really made because I was in construction for many years before I got into this illustrious empire that is radio. And I used to have to do jobs at commercial buildings that might have had gymnasiums in them. I might have had to work over the ladies' locker room. And I was able to... is this too much work to go through to maybe see a woman naked? Getting up on a ladder, going on like up above the ceiling, and it's a hung ceiling, so it's acoustic tile, cutting a piece of metal into a point so I could jab it into the acoustic tile, the top of it, and lift it up so I could look in.
That is too much trouble, considering the building you're working in had K through 6 on the front of it.
Yeah, you fashioned a tool.
Okay, once you fashion a tool,
Yeah, I
then
think
you're
that's the
beyond the
line.
point.
That's too much.
You used a simple tool.
Yeah.
If I just would have been able to, I guess once I grabbed the ladder, it was over.
You're the reason people like me are paranoid.
I wasn't
I'm like
going to
the-
look at you.
No,
And girls
obviously-
don't do that.
What are you paranoid of? Someone
No,
seeing you
just,
naked? Gives
just
a
people
crap.
just stare. People staring and seeing in places that you don't know that they're looking, and cameras, places.
Well, this
surveillance.
was old school. There weren't any cameras. If there were cameras, I'd have been arrested.
I want to get to the phone before we lose Rob here. Chris in Pennsylvania. Chris.
Hey, I want to remind you guys that Rob was in one of the funniest episodes of Curb playing the pedophile invited to Larry's house for the steak
Dude,
dinner.
I just saw. Hold on, I just saw that on the phones. I went, "Oh my god!" That's of course that was one of the most amazing episodes. Where you're the pedophile and you showed him how to swing the golf club better, and Larry's all happy and invites him to a party, and everyone knows he's the pedophile that moved into the neighborhood, and it was so uncomfortable. I forgot that was you. That was a brilliant episode.
Oh, thank you.
And he's right, probably one of the funniest Curb Your
I
Enthusiasm.
can't wait to see the spin-off of that.
Larry's all just clueless and all excited that Rob's character shows up.
Because
and
I'm
everyone,
bald, too. Like, he gets into me because I'm bald.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone is just mortified that Larry would have the gall to invite him to the party.
I got recognized by a cab driver on the street. Like, a cab driver slammed on his brakes at a green light and rolled down his window and went, "Pervert!"
Yeah, if you haven't seen that episode, go search it out. It's great. I love
Cool.
I love Curb.
How much of the on the Daily Show? How much of the writing for your own segments do you do?
We do the field pieces where we go and interview people. That's pretty collaborative. Everybody writes those, but the stuff in front of the green screen is all the writers and John.
Yeah.
We can improvise a little bit, but it's mostly.
Really? Wow, look at you. I'd have just been like, no, it's all me. It's all me all the time.
I can't write that stuff.
How are these people not into you guys still? Like they have no clue what you're actually doing when you sit down and do these interviews.
I don't think.
Like you're sitting there like, this is the Daily Show. Why,
Yeah, I think
at first
people do know. They just want to be on the TV.
they do know and they want to believe? Or
Yeah. I just think, and I also think they're like, people like The Daily Show regardless of their ideology. So they're like, of course The Daily Show is going to agree with my crazy point of view.
Yeah.
Jon Stewart's not going to disagree with me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at.
You know?
They still don't
They
get
kind
it.
of fool themselves in that
All right.
respect. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when they go on the Colbert show, I think they kind of know what they're getting into.
Oh yeah.
Which is pretty fun. He has always done such a great job of just completely turning his personality around, but so sarcastically. Like when he talks about being such a staunch Republican in America and stuff, and that opening sequence is hysterical.
It's amazing that he sustained it too, like that.
Yeah.
Right before his interviews, how he always runs over and still takes a bow. That he has sustained that energy, that seems like a bit that would be lost after a month. You'd be whatever,
it doesn't have to do that.
But he so commits to it. It's hilarious every time.
All about him.
Every time I laugh.
Yeah, me too.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, it's our get the hell out of here music.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Son of a bitch.
Well, Rob, it was a pleasure, man.
Hey, this is great. Thanks
Rob
for having me.
Corddry from The Daily Show and the new movie W. That's going to be in theaters Friday, right?
Well, maybe when you're doing your next movie, perhaps you and the wonderful Sam Rockwell could stop in and share the couch.
Oh, my God.
That would be fantastic. I would love to have Sam Rockwell on the show, too. No offense.
I would love...
not, having you here is great.
No, he's great. I would sit here. I would hold him. We would hold.
We'd be fighting, my friend.
We'd hold.
Yeah.
What other big celebrities could you get on the show?
Yeah. Can you book our show, please?
Yeah.
Could you get us Jeffrey Tambor? Jeffrey Tambor. All I want to talk about is the Ropers. How he was the neighbor on the Ropers.
Yes.
That and Justice for All. I wouldn't go anywhere past 1979. No one cares about what you were on after 1979. Hello, Arthur. Nice day. When he tips his...
I forgot he was the neighbor in the Ropers.
Throwing plates. Jack Warden had a stupid thing.
Oh, come on. Larry Sanders.
That's amazing.
I don't acknowledge that.
What?
What's wrong with you? Mikey, what do you got going on? Mike Birbiglia.
Your show's the Bleecker Street
Bleecker
Theater?
Street Theater, and if people go on MikeBirbiglia.com, there's a discount code for less expensive tickets, so people should do that.
Discount code.
A discount code, yeah.
One-man show, 7 days a week. He's crazy.
Yeah.
You're crazy to be doing
Stupid
that.
idea.
Yeah, it's insane.
Stupid idea.
It's very funny though. It's like my stand-up, but it has more of kind of an arc to it, so it's worthwhile.
Mike Birbiglia is one of the funniest stand-ups working today, and you've heard it here.
Oh wow!
From my mouth.
Look at that, Mikey.
My mouth.
I have one Vegas show which I've been neglecting to plug. It's Friday, November 21st, 7 p.m. The TBS Festival in Vegas. I'm doing a show. It's like a Down and Dirty with Jim Norton, and it's myself, Robert Kelly, Russ Maneve, and one other act. I'm not sure who the other act is.
Very cool. All right, we got to get out of here. There goes our music. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
I don't need my ass eaten. I don't want it eaten.
I do.
And I shower regularly, but I just don't want it that. But as far as going down and eating ass, I will fucking sit there. I look like that guy in Alien, where it's just laying on the table with the fucking monster on his face. Love it. I don't even have to breathe.
You gotta. I love guys like that. You just have to. A guy that's not really that into either of those things. I just don't have time. I'm
Now,
just
why
like, get
would you?
out of here.
Why
I
would
don't
you?
like how you were raised.
Oh, I swear, it's like I'm applying that True Coat on the bottom of the cars, just protecting the undercarriage.
That is. See, you're a gentleman.
Oh, Rob Corddry might want to join this conversation.
Should I scoot over?
No,
Or-
Travis. You can see what Travis is.
Travis will just take a fucking hike. That's what
I should
Travis
sit
will
where you
do.
are, right, Travis?
Because all the useless
have
information he's popping up on the entrant tubes. Yeah, he could sit there. You sit there. You stay there.
You stay
Amy.
there.
Okay,
I'd rather look
okay.
at Amy.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to
close.
see Rob. He's
Okay.
a foot away.
Okay.
Okay, there's Rob Corddry.
All right.
Come on in, take a seat.
How you doing? Good to see you.
The beautiful Amy Schumer. Do you know each other? Hmm?
I'm in love with Amy Schumer.
Oh,
Who isn't?
stop it.
In love,
who
and it is
isn't?
real.
You're fucking hilarious.
What's up, Jim?
Hi,
How are you?
Right?
How are you, man?
Good to see you. I'm in love with you too.
Oh, thank you.
Again.
Is yours ass eating story? Is that what
Can't
piques your
wait.
interest?
Got a couple myself.
His story was
No stranger to
great.
the ass.
Oh, you a fan? Do
Yeah, I like it.
you like getting it? We were talking about. Do you like it? I like getting it done too.
Yeah, that doesn't happen as much as the opposite.
Yeah.
No, it's not a one-for-one kind of thing.
It's
No,
definitely
no,
not.
no,
Okay,
there's-
now my turn. Imagine a guy.
Yeah.
I'm up. I'm up.
But then you just spread your cheeks with your hands angrily. You dig your fingernails in and spread them angrily.
No.
So you like doing it?
I think sometimes after I've taken a shower and I just settle down sexily in bed, and then my wife comes in and she knows that I've showered, she's like, oh, fuck.
Like, wow, got a lot of work done in that shower.
yeah.
Man, I really took a lot of time, and I cleaned pretty thoroughly tonight.
Spend some extra time.
Boy, all that nasty hair's gone.
You prop 2 pillows up and you put yourself over them on your stomach. Fucking, you're presenting like a baboon.
Presenting.
There are times, maybe not just ass eating, but there are times you shower right before you go to bed, and you do realize it is kind of a, hey, I went through the effort. I'm very showered. At least, your head's got to go down there.
Give me a break. Somewhere down there.
Yeah, something.
Don't waste the shower.
Give me a break.
Waste the shower, yeah.
You do it once a day. What do you want? You want an award?
I hate to think I could have just been all funky and come to bed.
I was going to phone it in the shower if I knew you weren't going to lick my asshole to sleep.
Lull me to sleep like that.
And the best is if she doesn't eat your ass, then you walk in and get the razor with the hair matted to it. I go, you telling me I did this for nothing?
Ew, that just made me ill.
That is an invitation to the dance.
Quite disgusting.
But doing it is fucking hot. I hate women that don't want their asses eaten. A lot of women won't let you do it either.
What? I've never met one that doesn't want it done.
Yeah, it feels like a warm bath.
Aww.
Thank you.
Get over here.
I'm so
that makes
How
it
sweet
so
am
much
I?
nicer to know. You're the
I feel like my
sweetest.
wife is patient with it.
Yeah,
You know,
She
like there are
allows
times
it.
when it's like she's cool.
Oh no!
But mostly she's just like, all right, this is his thing.
This is part of that weirdness of the better or worse thing that they mentioned at the vows.
That's basically
Yeah, it could be way worse. It really could.
that's her compromising, like just kind of watching the movie you want in a way.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, all right.
I won't walk out on it.
I'll watch Expendables too.
I fucking love it. You don't need that, Sam, or you do?
No, I
Sam,
don't.
comment?
No.
Why, Sam?
Sam's the worst.
It just never happened. I may acquire a taste.
It's tough to enter into
Acquire
it.
a
It's
taste.
tough when
It's
you
not
haven't.
Scotch.
How long have you been with your? Wait, you got married, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How long
He's
have you
got
been
a
together?
beautiful wife. Why
7
don't you
years.
eat her ass?
It's tough to
Sam?
start eating ass after 7
Yeah, because then
years.
she's like, what happened?
You
She's gonna be
selfish
like,
son of a
"Whoa."
bitch.
Yes.
He is.
Very good. Thank you.
But you don't think that it'd be like, oh, we should do something different?
No,
We've been
don't
doing
talk
the
about
same
it.
thing.
Just
No,
do it, and she'll be
don't.
really surprised
Yeah,
and excited,
yeah.
or punch you in the face.
Or she'll be very
either way.
angry and go,
Yeah.
where did you learn this?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
haven't you done this up until now?
That is something you wonder in a relationship if it just all of a sudden something like that shows up. You're like, what did you watch?
Yeah.
What?
Yes,
Who have you been
kind-
talking
Is this
to?
because of your new friend?
What
Your new
radio
friend
show
at
have you been
the
doing?
office? Yeah.
The best thing if you did it, and she went, "Why did you do that?" He goes, "It's just the first time it hasn't stunk." Jesus Christ.
It's terrible.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I think at some point I will try it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think she'd enjoy it.
You got to just go for
Give
it.
it a whirl.
You can't be tentative about it either. Nobody
No.
wants it
No, I
tentative.
mean-
No.
You got to do it like you're taking it from her.
No, it's
Yeah.
got to be like your first meal in a
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Don't dip your toe in the pool, Sam.
No, it's
Your
my
jump
ass.
in
Feel it a
head
week.
first.
Yeah,
That's
face
it.
first, right in there.
Yeah.
Fucking, but you could tease it a little bit. But once you get in there, stay in there. Don't fucking eat her ass for a second and then come right back
Yeah.
up, and then she's gonna be freaked out.
Strange
And go
story.
right to kissing her. Don't do that. Don't do
Oh
that.
my god.
No.
Be cool. Yeah, be cool.
Be cool. Okay.
Be a team player. Stay away from the tongue.
I mean, prop up your knees, but be cool.
What if she then said, like, whispered to you, like, I've always wanted to do that to you.
Oh,
I would let her.
yeah.
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 There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't feel bad.
Yeah. No, I would. I would let her.
Just do it sexy, like get on your back and then just grab your ankles and pull your ankles back. Go for it. Yeah.
Oh my
That's
God.
when you got to smack her in the face and go, and then you're going to kiss our children with that mouth? Something that'll ruin the mood very
That is-
readily.
It was a test. You failed.
Yeah, it was a test. Yeah, that was
you
the
disgusting whore.
Just in case that scenario, then I'm going to make sure I'm clean when I decide, okay, I'm going to do it to her.
Oh, yeah.
And that way, if she decides she wants to reciprocate, I'm
Yes.
covered.
Very
I'm
good.
guessing she's not going to, though.
Okay.
I'm just going to put my money on that.
Probably.
You're
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
No.
That's
that.
my guess. That's
His
my
ass
guess.
hair is tied up just like his hair on his head, too,
Pull
by the way.
back,
He's got it
keep it
pulled
nice
back,
and- yeah.
little
Yeah.
ponytail, rubber band.
I argued with a
scrunchy.
girlfriend one time because she wouldn't eat my ass. 'Cause
Really?
It wasn't that she tried it and didn't like it. She's on principle, thought it was beneath her.
That was a hilarious honeymooners episode, too, when they were arguing.
Yeah, Mr. Marshall came in. I had my asshole open on his desk.
Do you really want a girl to do it when she's like totally not into it?
I only want her to do it when she's not into it. There's the punishment element, perhaps.
Jimmy likes any sex except consensual.
No, but I mean, to me, it was, again, I'm completely confident that my ass is clean. I know there's not even a fucking issue. So I'm like, I eat yours. But she wasn't like, she didn't like, I don't like eating ass. She just thought, like, psychologically,
it was like a demeaning thing.
that, and it was like, well, I fucking
But you did it
smell
to
your
her.
feet like a lot.
So
Yeah, before I ever kissed her, I ate her ass. That's the truth.
Oh wow,
That's a true story.
Wow.
it's
What a
romantic.
You are a
beautiful
master.
journey.
I'm a good
That's
egg.
amazing.
I'm just a
How
good
do you
sport.
do that before you even kiss?
Well, she,
you know.
she was asleep on her face.
That's funny.
That would be how it would work.
That's exactly it.
Very
She woke up
clever of
and,
you,
"Excuse
Amy.
me?"
Yeah, she was having a mini stroke. We were waiting for the ambulance to arrive. So I just gave.
Tying her shoes.
I said, I'm going to do this just in case you die. I ate her ass, and she remembered that.
That is not how you give CPR, Jimmy.
It's funny.
Oh my God.
By
Rob
the way, Rob,
Corddry, yes, Rob
what are
is
you
here.
plugging,
Hey,
Rob?
good morning.
Rob, thank you for stepping right into
Good
this.
morning.
Children's
Good night,
Hospital
everybody.
is
See ya.
hilarious.
Oh, thank you
Yes.
very much.
Oh my God.
Thursdays at midnight on
Thank you.
Adult Swim. On it says Adult Swim on Comedy Central. It's Adult. Oh,
Does
they
it say
own-
on Comedy
It says,
Central?
oh,
People,
Oh, I meant Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network.
everybody that types those things up, they're like, I'm pretty sure they mean Comedy Central,
no.
but no, it's Adult Swim.
I thought it was on
Midnight,
network. Okay.
Thursday night. That's tonight, right?
Thursday
Yes.
night
Hey,
tonight.
look
Yes,
at
it
us.
is.
Tonight at midnight.
Children's
Set your
Hospital.
stupid DVRs.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Thank you.
It's the darkest show.
You should come on
Yeah,
and
it's-
do a thing.
Please, I'd love to.
Awesome.
Yeah,
we
it's
got
very
Amy
dark,
Schumer.
I'll
very
take,
Nailed down
I'll take
Schumer.
after scale. Thank you.
I don't know if we can afford that.
Okay, never mind.
And it's Malin Ackerman. She
Yep.
was in
hot.
Lisa. Oh, I love her.
Oh, my God.
She was in Lisa Kudrow's.
Oh, the comeback.
Oh,
Yeah.
Comeback.
She
She's
was amazing
great.
on that.
That
Was
show
she on
was
that?
really good, yeah.
Yes.
I didn't-
She
I
was
never
like the
saw
hot girl Juno, right?
Oh.
She played the girl. The
That was
most likable
her.
girl.
that show was really funny and uncomfortable and just
I love that show.
cringeworthy.
How did
Yeah.
that not get a
Are you
season
here
two?
to plug the comeback, which is
Yeah,
canceled?
so
I know, it's
the
canceled.
comeback,
We
which
just
doesn't
plugged
exist.
Canceled shows. It's
On
great.
Comedy Central.
Yes, you know, Super Train was a great program. Super Train.
You have some good people in it too. You get and Harry Winkler's in just tonight, or is he in the
No, he's in the
entire
whole. He's a
season?
cast member. Yeah, he's been in for 2 seasons.
That's great.
Yeah,
So funny.
he's the fucking Fonz.
He's the nicest man. We've interviewed him. He's the nicest man on earth.
lives up to
Yeah.
his reputation as a sterling
Hey.
human being.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it is kind of odd to see him on those reverse mortgage commercials, though. You know, you grow up, he's the Fonz, and then it's like, hey, I'm Henry Winkler for reverse mortgage. You're like, oh.
Well, you know what? I've seen his house. I've been inside his house, and we're not paying him enough for that house. So let him do his
Okay.
thing, man.
Right,
He's
right.
he's the fucking Fonz.
You think he still has Fonz money coming in?
Oh, he's got
I
it,
don't think
right?
that ever stops, right? He was the biggest television star of all time.
Ever.
Wow.
Ever. Still
Yes.
is. Like, nobody's topped that, right?
Fonz was huge.
Is there anybody bigger than the fucking
No,
Fonz?
I don't think there's
man?
ever
For
been
TV?
a character like that.
He could still
Right?
go anywhere in the world, and people would be like, Fonzie.
That's true.
Was that Asian? Is
No,
that
that's America, but the guy's constipated.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
He said he was doing arenas, like he was doing like arena signings. Remember he told us he was like, in Detroit or whatever. Yeah, you're right. He was probably the
that.
biggest ever.
Yeah.
As far as TV star goes, yeah. And again, he could just still go anywhere.
But do they have residual deals? You hope that he had
Probably
like,
not.
I
You
don't
hope
know.
he had a fucking piece of that.
I don't know. I think that was like the heyday of residual deals. Now that I
Yeah?
think about it, that was when they finally figured it all out, and actors were like actually making a lot of money doing television.
Yeah,
so they,
yeah.
I think maybe if anybody is getting it, they are.
I like that we just speculate. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
probably broke
We
now.
have
He's
zero
broke.
facts.
He's
in
got
here.
nothing, and I base that on nothing.
But the people who are in MASH, like like did Larry Linville's estate get a
geez.
big piece because he left after like season 5? So I don't know.
I bet no.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Again, based on nothing but my own bullshit in my head.
Zero information.
Yep.
Zero. But I got a microphone in front of me, so
There you go.
people do listen to what I
Obama
say.
and guns.
Yes, right. Did you hear the one? Yes, recently I've heard a report that Obama is actually going to people's houses and taking their guns
That's
away.
right. That's right.
Yeah, just pocketing
Sleep
them,
with one eye open.
throwing them in the
You
ocean.
haven't been on yet, have you? This is your first time here.
Oh, I've been here before.
Yeah.
On the radio, not the space radio.
Yeah,
The radio.
The regular.
It was
Years and years ago.
That was at,
I thought
yeah.
so. All right.
Years
at
ago.
K-Rock.
At K-Rock. Okay.
Yeah, Birbiglia was there.
Yeah, no, I
Oh,
thought so. I
man.
was like,
Yeah.
Remember that? No.
When was Berbiglia?
No.
I saw
I
Mike
sat
recently.
far away on a couch, like really far
yeah.
You were
away
on
from
the
everybody.
couch.
I hated that fucking
man.
studio.
Yeah.
I
was
saw
weird.
Mike recently. I'm like, why don't you come back on? Mike's funny on this show because he's just like caustic.
Yeah.
And he says awful shit like to Voss. He tortured Voss and Bob Kelly.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
man.
funny on the show. But he's weird. He's just like, he doesn't want to come back. But
He's
I
a
think
public
great.
radio guy now.
Is
He's
he
all
really?
like This
Yeah.
American
this
Life
is
and
not
shit.
NPR. You guys know
No,
that, right?
Wow.
he doesn't want This American Life to look down on him or something.
He doesn't
Yeah.
want to discuss ass eating.
Yeah.
I guess.
He probably
Wow.
would have an interesting take on it. I don't think Mike's an ass
On
eater.
ass eat? No.
You don't think so?
Mike
I don't
is
think so.
not an ass eater.
Sleepwalkers don't eat ass.
No,
Oh, that's
only
right.
by
Yes.
accident.
The big
Only by
sleepwalker.
accident.
They wake up eating ass,
Just
Fall
having a
into it.
sandwich.
which I feel like I've done before.
Just fall right into
come
it.
to, you have an asshole in your face.
Ah, what a dream.
Yeah,
There is nothing better.
God,
than
could you imagine like Howie Mandel trying to go on
You
an
know,
ass?
it's funny. I met
Why?
Howie's
No, thanks.
wife.
Yeah. Well, it just seems like a
pass.
germaphobe would not like.
Oh,
to
right.
do
I
that.
see. What's the equivalent of a fist bump for asses?
Yeah, for ass eating. It's like
What's the
What do you
germaphobe's
do?
ass eating?
I'll tell you what
Your
that is.
elbow
They
is a
lick their
glove.
finger and they rub it through the ass crack, and then they just put that hand in their pocket for the rest of the night until they can fucking pure
How
out.
does somebody like that even have sex? I mean,
Yeah, you
even
would
have
think that would
missionary position sex with a condom on seems pretty
With
like
his wife,
intense.
it's different. I think. I think
it
we
would
talked
creep
about
you
that.
out.
Oh, yeah.
He's not skeeved out by her.
Well,
Yeah,
then
her
she knows
germs
that he
were
does
his
not
germs.
cheat. That is a guy that does
Oh,
not
yeah.
cheat on his wife.
Boy, that's a great
Right.
gimmick. Then, if you could kind of,
Right.
it's almost like the Prestige. You got to live the fucking lie,
Yeah. Live the
act.
and then live the act. So you make like you're a germaphobe. She will never suspect you're cheating, and then you just fuck every
I'm gonna
pig
say
with herpes. And
I'm going to say not worth it.
not.
I'm going to say not worth it.
Not worth going around and
Nah.
doing all that shit you got to do.
No, not worth. Fist bumping is not worth anything. To like be the fist bumper. Nah.
What a tortured life that is, man. Fucking like cause I'll shake once in a while. I'll shake. There was some comic in Montreal recently that we said hello to who's fucking had clammy,
Oh, I know who you
awful fucking hands.
that.
And imagine and you're skeeved when you shake his hand, but imagine
Yeah.
every hand you shake, you feel that way about. Like, what a fucking horrible way to live.
Yeah.
mean. Ew, that hand.
Do you remember? You know what I mean?
That mitt, yes.
That fucking sweaty, awful
It's not
mitt.
their fault. They just sweat.
Yeah, fuck
but-
them. It's
fuck
a
them.
hot,
It's gross.
nervous
I'm trying to
hand.
get. I'm really curious. So it's
wish
got to
I
be
knew
a
what it
real
was.
fat.
No.
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 Just a sweaty.
Just
Prop
a sweaty.
No.
Prop comic.
Impressionist. Nope.
No.
Political.
Guitar act.
Shit.
Who do you
Belzer.
want? Who do you want it to be? You want it to be Belzer. That
I
would be
never
the
saw the guy's
funniest
act.
person.
I didn't know him. He was introduced to us. We were sitting there. And I
He's
was like,
funny,
Is he good?
but I don't want to work with him because I don't want to shake his hand.
No.
People should know if they got clammy hands. You just go, nah, I don't
Yeah.
do that.
I'm a clammy hand guy.
I'm a clammy hand guy. I don't even like when people come over and I've been drinking a beer and you got that cold, been holding a beer hand.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, and you're shaking such a wet corpse hand.
I'll
I always
take a
got to
corpse
address
hand
it.
over
I'm like, I've been having the bit. Like, I go, I've been. And that's like all the time because I'm always
You're always-
drinking.
yeah, I've
I am
never-
always drinking. So.
Oh, yeah. I
very
used to give people
uncomfortable.
that dead handshake. I forgot. I did that for
Oh,
years.
yeah. That
On
was,
purpose?
yes.
Oh, yeah. Like,
Terrible.
I would do it. My hands are clean. You want to shake my hand? It's totally clean.
Absolutely not.
Come on.
Okay.
Hi. How are you?
He wouldn't do anything. He would just sit there.
Ew.
Dead hand.
It feels like it's really dead, and you
Yeah.
only can control your elbow.
Yeah.
Ew.
That is bad.
we were the
That
thing
just
with.
felt really bad.
Yeah, it's just a dead hand. I remember we were doing something in Boston years ago with this fucking at WBCN, and I was getting my hands wet with water and shaking like all the fucking sponsors' hands. Like I had clammy hand.
Yeah,
To see if any of them said anything, and none of
He'd
them
flick
did.
water into his palm and
So
give him that
gross.
dead handshake.
That's hardcore, like sabotaging your first impressions.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like
I
just
will never forget.
Yeah, you fucking horrible handshake
Yeah,
guy.
I love that. I love giving an awful handshake to someone who expects
because
a firm
you
one.
never forget
That
it.
just mean-
I see a
No.
person
I-
again, I'm like, oh, bad handshake.
That's
I
the
don't
guy.
like you.
But,
Yeah.
but here's how I shake hands regularly. Like I honestly, I'll give
No,
it.
I don't believe you, Jimmy.
I'm not gonna hurt
You're
you.
gonna, yeah, but it's gonna be gross.
I'm not going to hurt
again.
you.
No.
No, I saw your finger move. I saw the
Yeah.
finger. I
No, that's
saw
how
it.
I shake hands
No, you
regularly.
got your finger ready.
I give regular
I'm
hands.
so grossed out
Oh,
already.
guy, squeeze.
What are you doing? He's giving her the dead hand again.
There's nothing better than dead handing
That's
someone.
horrible.
I'm like really skeeved right now.
Yeah, you should be.
So
It's terrible.
I don't know
gross.
how he can skeeve you out like that with
Because
just
there's
a,
something.
Well, do it. Do
Yeah.
it. Do it.
Oh, your hand is rubber. Just grab it.
Well,
I'll-
I hurt my hand, but
Come on.
it's kind of better now. Oh,
It's
yeah, I don't like
gross.
it
Give me
at
a
all.
real
It's bad.
shake. Give me fucking. Give me a shake.
My hand's injured. Ew.
What happened to your hand?
Oh, I punched a chair.
Okay.
Yes.
It is
So
looking
children's
swollen.
hospital.
Yeah, Children's Hospital.
I had to.
That looks like a fucking fat person's hand.
I know, look.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Swelled up.
What did the chair do?
It didn't make the dealer give me the cards I needed.
That's so awesome. What casino are you at?
I was at the Horseshoe.
Hammond, Indiana.
In Hammond, Indiana. Yeah.
That fine
We were in
establishment.
Chicago, and I took a little trip around, and I was doing very well. Well, poorly at first, then very, very well, and then poorly. And when I was ready to get up and just pay off my marker, I just got up and fucking punched the chair, and then I went up to pay off my marker, and as they were writing the paperwork, I said, "Hold on, I'll be right back," and I grabbed the money off the counter, placed it on the table, and actually won.
Oh, you did.
I know, it never happens that way. Yeah, I was pretty degenerate, drunk that night too.
Yeah.
And then right to the airport. It was great.
That is great.
When he almost got kicked off the plane before he boarded.
The guy
Wow.
told me he smelled alcohol in my breath.
Well,
What?
I'm sorry.
Well,
where
it was
are we?
after he questioned me because they were boarding people with health reasons that need to board first. So I did the stereotypical straight leg limp walk down the jetway.
And he was sitting in
And
first
he was
class.
on to me. I was in first class anyway, so I
Wait
wasn't
30
doing it to
seconds.
board early.
Yeah.
I was doing it for a laugh because all
Right.
these fucking idiots are hanging around. Thought it'd be funny, but that airline industry just lost every
Yo,
bit of sense of
Wow.
humor.
People
Yeah.
in the
after 9/11.
airline industry love jokes.
They are ready to have a
love
I
them.
laugh.
thought they would.
He just started
I
yelling.
thought-
He started
love
yelling
that.
down at you. Oh, everybody's laughing. Oh, it's real funny out here. I'm not the guy to mess with.
Really?
Yeah,
That
oh yeah,
guy
yeah,
did
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Who was it? Biden? Was he the guy? 'Cause I noticed your black
That was his
dialect, your
Hillary
black
Clinton.
voice.
Yeah.
Was that Hillary
That
doing
was
that?
Hillary.
Yeah, yeah. He was at 5:30 in the morning. They don't want a boisterous drunkard
No.
trying to pull shenanigans on the jetway. So yeah, the guy yelled at me, and then he threatened to take me off the plane. Which I hate that some clerk, some fucking guy that years ago had no power whatsoever at the airport can now determine whether you get on or don't get on the plane.
I thought it was like
that shit.
ultimately up to the pilot.
That's what it should be.
I really thought that
We're
that's what it
flying.
was. Yeah, like I've seen people be like, okay, like the pilot's gonna check out. This
Pilot's
guy and see
discretion,
if
yeah.
he's
I think
good.
you're right. I mean, they're literally the captain
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
of the ship,
Right.
and it's
That's
their
it.
call.
It's their call. The guy at the front of the jetway that fucking sits there on his dumb computer all day. He's the guy that's going to tell me.
I just am so sick of them being so angry. It feels like such us versus them. I'm like, you should give
is.
everyone the benefit of the doubt. You should be able to walk up, and if you're not an asshole, they should just treat you like a human being. Instead, it's this not looking at you, pretending like they're just trying to buy
Yes.
themselves some time.
It's
before...
just the service industry. Like it is a service industry job with a badge, and it's
Yeah.
that
Yes.
just breeds that kind of. You know what I hate is that I have a chip on my shoulder because I travel a lot, and when
Yeah.
they're like they go through that rote speech like take your shoes off, put your laptop in the
Yeah.
bag. If you don't have your laptop out of the bag, I'm gonna stop you.
and they're singing
Take the-
songing it.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh my
and you're
God.
like, I know.
I'm like, I know. I've forgotten more about
Yeah.
this shit than you will ever know.
They have like no training. I thought one time I might have said this in here, but I by accident brought my bike lock. It was in my backpack, and it was just too much. It was too heavy, and it could have been used as a weapon, I guess. And they were like, "We have to throw this away." And I was like, I wouldn't know how to use that as a weapon. I was like, you would, because you're like trained how to like stop somebody. They were
Hopefully.
like, no, they were like, we're not trained. They go, we're not trained how to stop anybody physically.
So how do you know what a weapon
They
is?
they know nothing. They know like what we know. They do like an hour seminar.
Oh.
They're like just teaching them to say,
my
take your shoes
God.
off.
What's worse than when they try to be funny with people? I hate when they josh good-naturedly with somebody
I've never
in line.
seen it.
Oh my
Well,
god!
it's the speeches usually. Their speeches, sometimes they'll throw a little,
Zinger.
bit in there.
And everyone avoids eye
zinger.
contact because they catch you looking at them, then they address you. You're the audience. It's like
Right.
you fucking
Oh,
horrible.
this is like Southwest flight attendants, basically. Their whole rap, Southwest is like the funny airline.
Oh,
Stinks.
look out.
Yeah, your seat can be used as a flotation device, kick paddle. The first time I heard that, I was like, wow, this guy's funny. No, wait, no. This is in the fucking book
Please.
that they memorize. Kick paddle.
Yeah, Southwest, stop trying to distract from you being an absolute greyhound.
Give me my
Horrible,
fucking
horrible airline.
$3 Coke.
Do you remember when Pan Am, this was after the Lockerbie, when they came back in the 90s, like it was a startup airline, somebody just bought the name, fucking Turkish planes. And it was either that or Carnival Air I flew once, and I was on there, I think with Voss. And the guy was going, the guy came out, the pilot came out, like they do now on Virgin America, was talking to the fucking people. And he goes, it's my first time doing this. I hope it's okay. He was joking, but it was so
funny.
uncomfortable.
wow.
That's really
Wow.
funny.
It was really frightening.
Why do they force him to be a stand-up? It's
pretty edgy.
It's ridiculous.
Just, come on.
Yeah, I didn't like it at
Wow.
all.
No, get in there. I want to peek in. I want to see the guy with the nice gray hair and the suit and just fly the fucking plane. I don't want Voss coming out. Hi, I'll be taking you to your destination.
All I want is to know when we're going to hit some hard chop
Yeah, there you go.
and
me a heads
how
up.
much sooner we'll be at our destination. How much time you made up
That's it.
with that tailwind?
Yes.
That's it.
No fun in games.
I love when they call it chop.
Chop.
Don't you like that? We
I
feel like
love
chop.
pilot lingo.
Yeah.
And it's always it comes with the,
Yeah.
we've hit some pretty serious chop.
think
We're
they-
going to be in Minneapolis about 14 minutes early.
It's comforting.
They got to do that
They're
on
the
purpose.
authority, that you're our leader. Right?
Yeah, because they know that we know that sound. It's just a soothing sound, like a cat purr.
It sounds like he doesn't give a shit. He's like, this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
so
yeah.
easy what I'm doing. It's not hard at all, and your lives are not in my hands.
It's like, I trust you.
Altitude of 35,000 feet, if I feel like it.
Yeah, we'll
That's
see.
all right.
We'll see what
I've gone higher. Gone
I mean, if
lower.
you think about it, 35,000 feet, it's nearly fucking impossible what we're doing right now.
yeah. This machine's got to run at 100% the entire flight. Or will
That
perish.
these things don't always crash is a miracle.
It's so fucking true. That's frightening.
I wonder if they teach them that, or if that's just they've all heard pilots talk now. Is it like mob guys who emulate The Godfather? Is it this like self-fulfilling thing,
Or just a joke they're doing. Like they shut the mic off and look at each other. How many no's did I get in?
I totally ummed them.
Yeah, I ummed them.
It's uncomfortable if they switch their intonation at all. Like if someone just talks a little higher, like, "Hey, folks," you're like, "Oh no, please do the captain lower tone."
Yeah.
that we're all used to.
Exactly.
You
Don't
know,
be a
please-
human being.
Yeah, please don't have any
No.
characteristics of your
you,
own.
you never wanted to start like listen.
Here's what's happening. Okay,
Listen,
take a seat.
There's no way to spin this.
No way to say
Yeah, maybe that is a comfort thing. It lulls you.
think
maybe
it
that's
is,
a conscious
yeah.
thing they do. Wish we'd have-
Folks,
I watched that
Folks.
goddamn air disaster show. I try
can't
not to watch it
Yes.
like about a month out before I'm flying anywhere, but it's because you're always just thinking, oh god, that could totally happen. And the worst crashes are the ones where the pilots on the recorder they listen to what he was saying, and it's everything you've heard right up to landing. It's like, all right, flight crew, take your seats, and it's like, oh yeah, they thought like, all right, be on the ground. They're starting to think what they're gonna do, and then the thing just rolls over on its back and noses in.
Has that happened?
Yes,
they
terrible.
stay so calm. Even the flight attendants, like I don't know if it might have been 9/11, but she was like, "We're pretty low. I think we're too low."
That was her name. I think it was
yeah.
Wendy. Her name was Wendy. I think she was calling in
Wow.
from the Atta
She
flight.
was really still pretty calm.
Yeah, she was very calm. I think we're coming in too low for LaGuardia, if I remember right. But it does give you faith in them.
Yeah.
Like when you hear how they are, even in a crisis, it's like even when they're hijacked, she maintained
They chill.
her professionalism. They're amazing.
Do that.
They really do, but it makes you like when you're in awful turbulence and you look and they're still just stone faced, like not acting like it's not
Totally.
affecting them. You're like, how are you not screaming?
I stare at them too. I stare at them for
Yeah.
any break
They
in
know
it.
we love.
They
Yeah.
are the gauge.
But they don't
I just want
break.
them to look at each other and just with one little like twitch of an eye go, holy shit.
They
Never
do,
happens.
though.
Never
They
happens.
Wouldn't that get you a little like, uh-oh?
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
oh, yeah.
They know they have so much power. If they imagine they were just like, oh my God, like everyone would go crazy.
Yeah. Oh my God, the door is open.
This has never happened.
Holy shit. Is that a fire? No, fuck. We're kidding. We're the funny airline.
I actually like a little turbulence now. I used to be so afraid
do
of it,
too.
but when I'm trying to sleep, I like
It's rocking.
It rocks you
Yep.
fucking
I
nicely.
used to be so scared of it. Now
I like
don't.
it.
Yeah, they were a little chop and you like bounce.
Yeah.
It's very comforting.
Nothing like a little chop.
I like it like flak. Like fucking anti-aircraft fire in a B-17. Give me some of that, goddamn. No, I don't mind it. But when it gets a little heavy, you start thinking like, why?
Where are you going?
How is this flying? Why aren't the wings coming off?
All right,
Fucking
fucking
scary. Oh,
I'm
Amy.
sorry.
Amy LaMotta has to fucking go in box. So
Oh, you got your boxing.
I gotta go boxing.
All
How
right.
do you not fuck your hands up doing
I
that?
you
do. Look
boxing?
at my knuckles.
Oh man.
Schumer,
I know.
are you for real boxing?
Yeah, these are my gloves.
Oh my
Let me
god.
Don't
see
let
your
people hit
gloves.
you in the face, though.
This is the hottest thing I've
Are you gonna
ever
get
seen in my
cauliflower
life.
ears?
No, I won't get cauliflower ears.
Oh, those are the real deal.
those, like little rascals gloves, big white
One
ones.
should be on an accordion, punching too much.
Oh, cool, the grandbrother. That's nice.
Thank you.
Do you wrap your hands
Yeah.
with what? Wrap or
These
gloves?
wraps. Wraps.
Oh, you know how to do that?
God. Are you fighting people?
That's
I'm
crazy.
going to. I'm training to fight.
And you're not afraid to get punched?
Hell.
I am.
Kinda
Keith
girl-
Robinson punched me in the gut.
Just at the
The
fucking.
round was over. The bell
At the
rang.
cellar.
I'm walking back to get water. He punched me. He sucker punched me in the gut. And he knows
dick.
it. I know. And he's like, I didn't hear the bell. I'm like, you're
What do you
dead.
do with your tits
my
there?
tits?
Yeah.
I carry them with me wherever I go.
Oh, cool.
I wear a sports bra.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
You ever been punched in the tit?
A minimizer?
No. I guess
No.
it looks like a minimizer.
I just heard that word. That's why.
I was
I
like,
just
yeah,
heard that that's a thing. I
minimizer.
just
Makes it look
recently heard
smaller.
that's a thing. Sorry.
Yeah, a minimizer.
But she knew. She's like, ooh, he rubbed
Oh,
those.
you know about minimizers?
Mr.
What a
Corddry.
man. Not really.
Amy's 1 hour special, mostly sex stuff. 11 o'clock this Saturday on Comedy Central.
Yes.
It will obviously repeat, but try to catch it this Saturday because
Please
it's
do.
better if the premiere does very well. And this weekend at the Hartford Funny Bone in Connecticut, you can see Amy live.
Amy's very
Yes.
funny.
Thank you, guys.
And she's
right.
pretty pleasant on the eyes to look at
Oh
up on
my
stage.
God.
Love
Well,
Amy
I gotta
Schumer.
tell you.
Today's Crohn's.
Pretty cool. Oh, stop with your
All
Crohn's
right.
look.
Thank you
good.
guys. And I love Children's Hospital.
Yes.
and
Thank you, Amy.
Bye.
I hope by the time you
Amy.
do this gig, you have a fucking tooth knocked out from boxing. How great would that
Your
be?
support means the
Yeah.
world.
That would be hilarious.
Funny.
Oh, she's got to wear a flipper in her face like those
Bye, guys.
toddlers in tiaras.
I wanted her to look like the guy that fucking Emil Griffin beat up in the ring. Remember that guy he killed? Killed a guy in the ring many years ago.
Here goes Amy.
Now she's awkward. There's an empty seat
Oh, boy.
between Rob and
I
I.
feel like I
Very
should move
attractive,
over.
that Amy.
Yeah, she's funny though.
In love with her.
I'm weird, but
Yeah.
I'm weird with female comics. Like I've only dated one in my life, and I have a weird non-sexual attraction for them because their energy to
Yeah.
me is funny, but
Yeah.
and I associate it's not a sexual energy to me. Like even Amy, who I think is very hot, I don't have a sexual energy from her because she just makes me laugh. Like she's
Wow,
very
that's
funny.
weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Yeah, disagree.
Oh, you like it? yeah, maybe
yeah.
I'm weird. 'cause
I
I'm
love
kinda-
a funny
disagree.
chick.
You
man.
do, right?
Yeah,
Nothing's hotter to me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you could sit and watch like some dumb fucking movie or TV show and just laugh at, and she's actually saying funny shit,
Yeah.
that's great.
It's cool. I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a chick that gets it.
Yep. Yeah.
I love that as a friend. Love it.
Best friend.
I do.
As a friend.
Best friends.
I do. But if I
Do you
was-
need to be the funniest one though? And
No,
yeah,
not
I
at
don't-
all.
I didn't.
No, I don't mind them.
I wouldn't pin you as that.
The dirtiness is I don't associate that with being dirty. Like,
Yeah.
I had a girl one time. I was eating her pussy, and she goes,
ahead.
That's a good doggy."
Oh,
It fucking turned me on so much.
Yeah.
But it was because it was
So you
such
found
a.
out there was a dog in the room, and she was calling him over, and she thought it was the dog.
Yeah, it was actually a statement on my
I
appearance.
mean Jimmy. I mean Jimmy.
She was looking for a replacement.
Yeah, exactly. Good fat-titted piggy. Good fat-titted. Good road middle. Good road middle. But it turned me on so much. It
Yeah.
was such a deviant
Yeah.
fucking thing to do. That energy turns me on.
I would laugh at something like that. I can't listen. I like some dirty talk, but it's got to be pretty normal dirty talk.
Really?
If you hear something like "oh doggy," I would be like, "Really? Woof!" Like I would just.
You know, I'm with Jim
Yeah,
on
you
this
like
one.
that,
I actually
right?
had a woman say, "Oh my God, Henry Winkler was just on that
look,
his
for,
one
reverse
reverse
mortgage."
really is a good deal.
Of
Everybody
course it
call
is.
now.
Call the Fonz.
1-800 something. I had a woman that I was eating her pussy say, "Eat my pussy, you faggot." And it was so fucking like it was like a punch in the face for a second.
Yeah.
Like, wait, but then again, like so perverted and degrading
Yeah.
and fucked up that it was hot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
It
is.
can be fucking really hot when they.
I don't find it like wow. That's weird. Yeah.
But it's not to say
I'm
that
weird.
funny women aren't sexy. I just enjoy their energy because I'm such a pig that I love the fact that I can be friends with Amy and I love Amy. But I love that I can enjoy her for who
And
she
not
is.
feel and not be always like
And not have
honor.
ulterior
Right.
motives. Like
Totally.
that's what I love about my friendships with female comedians.
On 4th of July,
is I love them.
on 4th of July at our party, were you looking at her in the bikini in a sexual way at all?
Yes, and like I looked at her and went, "Wow, she looks great. Wow, her ass looks good." But it wasn't like it doesn't make me click.
I could not stop looking at it.
Like I
It was terrible. I'm just like,
I am
I need to look at her.
Facebook friending her today
Oh,
for those 4th of
fantastic.
July.
She looked great.
if I didn't know her as a friend and value her as a friend so much, I'm weird like that. Like, I'm really weird with female comics, man. I love their energy, and they're the only women on earth that I can just truly enjoy for who they are
Because
without
they're
trying
not
to fuck
like
them.
the normal fucking chicks that are just like, ugh.
Because I don't see the
you don't
dirty
get
side
it.
of them ever. So if I met a female comic and she had that fucking for real filthy energy, I could get into it. But I've never seen that side of any of them. I just don't.
That's so odd.
Yeah, it's a bizarre thing, but that's why.
But I guess that's like, you know, if you were, you would be the perfect guy to work in like an office place. You would never have sex with your coworkers. Maybe it's that. Just like you shut down with people that.
No, waitresses? No, I would love to just pull my dick out and show a waitress. No, it's nothing to do with integrity. It is simply because they're funny. Like, and they make me laugh. So
Yeah.
when someone's making me laugh, I can't have a sexual vibe to it. Wow. You know,
That's wild.
Yeah. But a coworker, oh, yeah. And the
Maybe
waitresses.
not at the same time. I don't like the idea of yucking it up in the fucking bedroom. But if a girl's funny, I think that's great. And then you go and eat ass and fucking pussy and.
Well, are you more of a submissive or a dominant guy? Like, I kind of go back and forth.
Back and forth.
Yeah, me too.
I've only really realized recently that I could get into the submissive, side of it. Though I don't think my wife is too. She's not as I got to work her into that.
You gotta work her up into that.
Yeah.
How long are you with her?
10 years.
Oh, okay.
10 years in a week. Yeah. Or no, in a month.
Okay. That's a long time.
Sometime soon. I really don't know.
You best get it right.
Her name's Sandy or something. Yeah. So yeah, we'll work on that. Just give me a little, just a smack out of nowhere here and there.
Wow.
I like the surprise of it.
Yeah?
The fuck you. Keep doing what you're doing.
That's fucking. I understand it, but it's not me. I don't know.
There was one
That's
girl I
weird.
knew who I fooled around with, and she would piss in my mouth, and
Wow.
she would do. But what the turn on of it was the way she climbed up, like we would be kissing, and she would climb up and straddle my mouth without
warning.
asking me, no warning, because she just knew that she was going to piss in my mouth, and it was such a sexy, absolutely dirty thing to do with no regard of whether or not I wanted her to do it, and that's
hot.
Yeah, man, it was
Yeah.
this. It was the. I mean, I enjoyed her doing it too, but it was the feeling of her fucking beautiful legs around my face and looking up and just touching her. Like, it was all this
Totally.
weird shit.
The only bump for me is the pee in the mouth. That's
Yeah.
the only bump.
That's a big one for a
tough
lot
one
of
to get
people.
over.
Only bump in the road.
That
for
is
me.
a tough one to get
Yeah,
over.
that,
right
I mean,
there,
that was.
yeah.
You're right. That would be kind of hard
But
to.
in the moment, great.
And I like the whole idea of her doing that would be great. and then you start going down on it.
Okay, yeah,
But then it's
whole-
kind of over too. Once you got a mouthful of pee, right? Like,
Then
what happens then?
you swallow it and keep going.
Cool.
Yeah.
Far out.
Yeah, man.
Far fucking
You
out.
swallow it.
Oh yeah. I would go. Shh.
You commit. You just commit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Well,
All right.
No.
but that was the sexy thing was her climbing up and just being so fucking perverse, man.
That is pretty
That's
perverse.
what drove me
Yeah.
crazy.
I'll give you that.
Yep.
I don't know, because comics always try to make you laugh.
Yeah.
Like female comedians, they want us to respect them as, and we, understandable.
Totally.
It's a male-dominated business, so they have a hard fucking.
Yeah.
So she could be like crawl up on you, like she's gonna piss in your mouth, and like a party favor comes out, and everyone starts laughing. You lose your
One of
rod.
those snakes.
Yeah,
Like,
snake can thing comes out.
Or
yeah.
her pussy opens and she throws her voice and she sounds like Gene Stapleton.
I've dated comics who who I realized after a couple days, like, they weren't funny. I was like, oh God, I don't think you're funny.
Wow.
And that was like, I can only think of
man.
one in particular, but like, yeah, that was a bummer, and that was a total turnoff. Like, done.
Yeah, once you find out someone that you think is funny isn't funny anymore,
Boner
that would be
killer.
a big turnoff. Yeah.
They're telling us Rob has to go.
Oh, man.
That's
Oh, man.
He has the press.
Yeah,
Rob
he
is
has to go do some more
he's a very
interviews.
busy gentleman.
Who do you have to do
Rob
interviews with?
Corddry.
Who are you, Rock?
have
He's got
no
other
idea.
interviews with shows around here.
That's cool, but they're rushing us to get Rob onto what show? We'll find out.
I don't have my phone. I would know. It's
Of course they are.
Probably Frank DeCaro.
Raw Dog.
Oh, Raw Dog.
Oh, raw dog.
Yeah,
Really? Tell them to wait 5 minutes.
They're good people at Raw Dog.
Yeah, mother. Yeah, right. Rob, of course, Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
That's Thursday tonight, midnight. Adult Swim, and that's Cartoon Network, not what they have here.
No.
But what's going on tonight?
I'm not allowed to say.
Ooh!
I'm not allowed to say that Madonna is guest starring on the show tonight.
Oh, well.
When I
don't.
say that, I mean it.
Then don't
I've been
say it.
told not to say that, so I will not ever
And I
say
won't
that.
repeat it.
Great.
What I didn't hear that you said.
Genius, by the way.
Great.
Rob.
Right?
James Adomian is also on the show tonight. You guys know James Adomian?
Why not?
Yeah, he's amazing.
I don't know.
He's a comic. He's like a character guy. He's really, really funny.
You'd know him if you saw him.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sure I would.
And a lot of hot chicks.
Yeah. And it's just so, the show, there's so many things that happen where you're just looking and go, oh my. I don't believe they allow some of that to happen on the show because it's not the most. I would think it wouldn't test well.
Yeah, I don't know if they do a lot of testing over at Adult Swim. You know,
I hear ya.
they're also like they've nailed the demographic, like 18 to 34.
Yeah.
They have locked down. So so if they have no threat to end, they're like, just do what you want.
Yeah,
you know, and just. You actually get women to watch your show, so like, just keep doing what
Thank
you're doing.
you. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a smart network, man. They're very smart because
That's
they
great.
let people be creative and funny and weird and different. They don't try to fucking do what networks are doing wrong.
They're awesome.
And
Yeah, and
you're
they're
not
good
a
at marketing
cartoon.
too.
You're not a cartoon.
I'm not a goddamn
It's
cartoon.
real
The cartoon people hate us, though.
I bet, right?
Oh, all the time. They hate us. Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're so two-dimensional. Oh, see what I did there, Jimmy?
I didn't understand it.
All right.
All right, well, I guess the other shows on the platform are fucking crying.
Clamoring. They're clamoring.
Rob's show is on tonight at 9:30. It says 9:30 a.m.
9:30 a.m.
What?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that would suck.
Don't. Hey, well, at about
That's when
9.
he's in studio.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, my
that's
fault. It's on midnight tonight. My
Midnight.
fault.
Midnight tonight.
Adult Swim on Cartoon Network.
Lake Bell, Malin Ackerman.
Rob Corddry, thanks so much, man. Always
Thank you very
very
much.
Not always a pisser to have you here. We've had you once, and it was on that faraway couch, and it was a terrible
Yeah,
radio station.
This is a lot better.
This is better.
This is the way to do it.
You walk
yeah,
right
thank
in,
you. Anytime,
bam.
man. This
Come
is,
back
this is fun.
anytime and have fun on Raw. You're not going to enjoy the Raw Dog interview.
God, no, really?
Who's interviewing him on Raw Dog?
E-Rock,
If you say Mark says hi,
hi.
I'll spit on you.
That's who it is.
Mark.
That's who they're running. And I like Mark.
Yeah,
He's
Mark's great.
Mark's a very good guy, but they're rushing us out for Mark.
They just told me
Mark has a
time was
lot
up
of-
that he had to go to other
lot of
interviews.
power here.
Yeah, got a lot of pull.
Yeah.
Mark says hi. A lot
Yeah.
of pull. He went to the Super Bowl, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. he
See,
did.
we didn't.
But we could work well together with Mark. I don't think Mark is bitching. Mark would just probably go, yeah, well, when he's done. I don't think Mark is crying.
He
All right.
might be.
Welcome.
I've heard he's a fucking crybaby.
No, he's a good dude.
I don't know him.
You're just saying
I'm
that?
just saying it. All right. Again, microphone. People listen.
Well, thank you for
He's a
coming,
fucking-
Rob.
thank you
and,
guys. This is
we'll
awesome.
see you again soon.
See you guys
Thanks,
later.
Rob. And we'll see everybody
Oh, we're
on
wrapping
this
up, too.
program
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Thank you, Rob. And thank you, audience.